Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Premiere Next. In this video you are going to get all the information related to the latest review updates of the movie called Blue Beetle. There aren't many surprise notes in Blue Beetle upon first listen. When the villain claims, "The love you feel for your family makes you weak," you know the hero will disprove that statement. It doesn't take much sleuthing to find out that the villain, Victoria, is a metaphor for the problems of white American imperialism in the past and present. Love will win out. Self-realization will take place. Despite this, Blue Beetle is unexpectedly political. The family-centered story is startlingly pure, and its humor veers away from easy memeification. The movie is mainly interested in the interactions between these characters. Despite the fact that Jaime Rey's modernized, culturally relevant form first appeared on DC comic books in 2006, the Blue Beetle character has been around since 1939. Since that time, comic book films have dominated American popular culture. However, those films have just recently made an effort to explore every aspect of human existence. For instance, Sony has the animated Spider-Man, Marvel Studios has the Black Panther series and Eternals, and the DC Universe includes Black Adam, Aquaman, Birds of Prey, and, to a lesser extent, the Justice League movie. Despite being varied, the Q films have largely avoided tying characters to any one particular culture. From that unspoken rule, Blue Beetle is a stark departure. This joyful, family-friendly comic book film, which was directed by Angel Manuel Soto, is more upbeat and colorful than the generally grim tone of many modern superhero movies. Hugs, laughter, and genuine affection make up the first moments when Jaime returns home from college to the imaginary Palmera City. Alberto Reyes, Jaime's father, has lost his auto shop business, therefore things aren't good for the Reyes family. Now, Cord Industry is threatening to seize Jaime's childhood home. Jaime has trouble finding employment despite having a pre-law degree. He works as a helper at a resort alongside his younger, waggish sister Milagro. A large portion of Blue Beetle is concerned with the wealth gap between the haves and the have-nots, especially with relation to imperialist nations. Even if someone like Jaime does everything right, attends college, maintains his modesty, and is pleasant, his history as a low-income Mexican living in the impoverished Edge Keys neighborhood will always have an impact on his future. When he stands between the charitable Jenny Cord and her harsh Aunt Victoria, he believes he has found a lifeline. Jenny promises him a job if he meets her the following day at Cord headquarters, even after Victoria fires him. As a means of expediency, the script by Gareth Dunittle-Coser then shifts to Jenny's attempt to steal a highly developed blue scarab before Victoria uses it to create super soldiers. Jenny places it in Jaime's care for smuggling out. Jenny never checks back on the scarab, despite having Jaime's number, until Jaime goes looking for her. We get to Jaime becoming symbiotically bonded with the scarab and receiving a technologically advanced blue suit through a series of absurd events. Followed by some quick setup, Jaime must learn how to use his new talents, romance begins to bloom, origin tales emerge, the standard comic book beats. These are undoubtedly the poorest parts of Blue Beetle, especially given how poorly they are written. Victoria's predictions of doom don't jump off the page. Instead, the ever-capable Sarandon adds clever beats and nuanced peculiarities to elevate this stereotypical bad guy above the ordinary. Conrad, Victoria's grunting, stoic henchman, serves as a brutal, immovable barrier for the majority of the movie until Dunittle-Coser crams a complete background into the story's closing 10 minutes. Jenny and Jaime don't get along either, in part because Marquezine can't help but overact, turning up every facial expression to its utmost intensity. These flaws, however, do not overshadow Blue Beetle's strengths. For starters, the writing and actors draw on culturally specific references to the Telenovela Mercedes and the superhero parody series El Chapulín Colorado, making scenes lively and engaging. While excessive in its use of slow motion, its political allusions, such as an allusion to the School of the Americas, and a terrifying sequence of a raid upon the Reyes home, humanize endangered immigrant families and are brave subplots to add. Because of this contagious entertaining group, the action sequences, despite being unremarkable, still have some vigor. Adriana Barraza is a walking, talking highlight reel of jokes, and George Lopez as the conspiracy theorist Uncle Rudy exhibits incredible elasticity, effortlessly pulling out animated pratfalls and hilarious one-liners. The statement "the love you feel for your family makes you weak" is made at the beginning of Blue Beetle, but you know that it will be proven false at some point thanks to a clever plot element. But family is also the film's strength, making Soto's superhero movie a great way to spend an enjoyable evening at the cinema. Blue Beetle defies expectations even though it doesn't quite shatter the mold. If you are watching this video on YouTube, please click on the like button and subscribe to the channel for the latest updates related to upcoming movies and series.